time to tag you. I'm going to tag you. I'm going to tag you. It's time to tag you. Another episode of Tag Time.
Softly shines the moon clear and bright. Dear, if you could know how I treasure so this most beautiful Moscow night.
Hi viewers, time to tag you another episode of Tag Time. As always, I tag you multi-dimensional people who are very well achieved in their own areas of life. Yes, today we are going to talk about a successful event which was held in our own community, bigger community, Canadian community, which is called Color of Love. Yes, we had all 6 beautiful countries participants in that, which really expressed themselves through music. I have with me the people who were behind organizing all these things together to bring it to us. And then we are going to talk about an upcoming event which is going to be expressed by one of the organizers of that event. Let me welcome with me, I have Brian Crombie with me, and then I have Maggie Hebdo, and then I have Ivan Komarenko with me, and welcome to my show.
Thank you so much.
Brian, I will start with you. That how do you feel about Color of Love as you were anticipating a huge participation and then a so diverse background you brought to together as a community, and what was your take on that?
I thought the performances were spectacular. As you mentioned, we had 6 different performers. We had an Aboriginal Canadian percussionist perform, and the music was fantastic. I've compared him to Enya, the Irish percussionist, and it was just soulful and wonderful. We then had a urban music soul singer from Nigeria, Nigerian Canadian, who's recording right now in LA Flow, and she was deep and romantic and then hip-hop-ish. And then we had a Pakistani singer that did Bollywood type music, and it was just fantastic. Then we had a Latin music, Natalie Castro, and she was just fantastic doing Latin music and Latin dance songs. Then we had Miroslava, who ended up a Ukrainian opera singer doing Ukrainian opera. And then we ended up with Masters Duo, who did Polish dance music. And used an accordion, and it was unbelievable that this old instrument, the accordion, could produce so much wonderful music. And in the middle, we had 2 of the stars of the very first Colors of Love, Ivan Komarenko and Grinto Pinto, who's a violin player, and they rocked the place, and it was fantastic. So it was an incredible array of musical talent, different genres, different ethnicities, different races of people, and everyone got together again on the stage at the last and sang one more song. So it was wonderful.
Maggie, I'll come to you since your background is Polish.
Yes.
Actually. So how did you feel when you were having so multi colors in your color of expression? What were the difficulties in that getting together all those different type of people?
Bringing people together is my dream, of various backgrounds and various beliefs, and to see them in one place perform through music, which is their universal language of love, I would say, and it's the love that binds us together. Yes, there are challenges, because to reach out and convince people, come and see, start from different country other than yours, is not an easy task. And so to bring all those people together, but actually when they do come together, they enjoy it so much, they can't believe that this is possible. So my dream is to bring more people together from different countries and to really learn about each other.
Ivan, how was your experience? You came all the way from Poland, and it was very challenging to put together yourself right away and perform, and to have such a different, diverse type of audience. What will be your take on that?
I remember very well what happened exactly 3 years ago, because we together with Maggie organized first edition of Colors of Love. So I think the most experience I had 3 years ago, and I remember exactly what happened, how big the effort was. Hard work and a lot of experiences, I think. I was surprised when I came to Canada because Canada for me is very unique country, because I didn't expect that I will see a lot of different nationalities in Canada. I was shocked, and big countries, small community, but in this community a lot of different nationalities. It's something incredible. Yeah, and I like these things like this because my background is Russia. I was born in Siberia. I came to Poland 25 years ago. I traveled through the whole Russia to reach Poland. I did maybe 6,000 kilometers. Yeah, and 12 years ago I did career in Poland, and this idea, which Maggie, how to say,
came up with.
Yeah. I like this idea because I have my background's of course Russia, but my grandfather is from Korea, my father from Georgia, and my grandmother is Estonian Russian.
So you're already multicultural in
Yeah,
yourself.
I feel
he's
it.
Canadian. He's Canadian.
You know,
You're
I
so
feel it. That's why idea of Colors of Love is for me is very. I feel it. Yeah.
You can understand it very well because of
I can
having
understand very well.
the exposure
Yeah.
of your very own towards multiculturalism. So I will come to you, Brian. You are handling multiculturalism for a long time. Your experience living in Mississauga has been for a long time. So when you put together these kind of events, what do you think is important to know for the community?
Well, I think Yvonne says it well, and I think more and more of us are experiencing exactly what he's experienced. So, my kids are very different than me. I'm Scottish English. My kids are Scottish, English, Polish, Ukrainian. And how many families, after they've been in Canada a generation or two, and if not actual by birth mixed, they're friends or they're people that they associate with, are a complete mixture of people. And I think that is the wonderful thing about Mississauga and about Canada, and I think it makes us richer. It makes us richer from a cultural standpoint. It makes us richer from a food standpoint. The restaurants that you go to. You and I were at the opening of a fantastic halal restaurant a couple of weeks ago. You don't have that in a lot of other places, and I think that what we need to do is we need to experience those different cultures. We need to enjoy them. We need to celebrate them, and it is tough because. As we were talking about just before we came in, if this weekend there's a Pakistani performer, probably 90-95% of the people in that audience are going to be of Pakistani or Indian background. This Saturday there's a Polish symphony at the Living Arts Center. Probably 90% of the people in that audience are going to be of Polish background. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's wonderful that we keep our heritage. But at the same time as we keep our heritage, it's wonderful to explore other people's heritage. And I think that people were blown away by the talent on the stage. And people came up to me afterwards and said, that's the first time I've heard someone sing in Urdu, or someone that sings in Hindi, or someone that sings in Ukrainian, or someone that sings in Polish. And not only sings, but makes incredible music and gets everyone up clapping and dancing. And so I think it's something we don't do enough of. And that is what Maggie's vision is that we all get together and enjoy each other's music, and we enjoy it together. So we have different music on stage, and we have different people in the audience.
So Maggie, what are your future plans? What is your next step? Let's put it that way. you had a successful event. You did it very well for multiculturalism, experiencing multi-dimensional people. In that, you did an awesome thing. So, what is your next step? What are you going to do? The next thing towards your passion?
Oh, we want to continue with this mission. It is like a mission, spreading love. We will have an event with Ivan in 2 weeks' time, November 3rd, at the John Paul II Center, and we want to invite people to come and enjoy him. It's like a continuation of Colors of Love, on I would say more intimate, to get to know Ivan.
So it's towards the artist to know more in detail his solo performance.
So this is just like a smaller event, because you know, we just finished this one on Sunday. We are going to plan for next one for next year, which is going to be as big and maybe even bigger. But for now, since Ivan is here for 3 weeks, we would like to take advantage of this.
And he, if I could, he blew people away.
Yes.
He got up on stage for a minute and a half and sang one song. It was a ballad, and he blew people away. People were going crazy, so they were demanding that he sing again. So what we're going to do is we're going to call it an encore performance and have another performance on November the 3rd. And Yvonne does hip-hop, dance, and pop kind of music. And I think it's an array of different genres himself. And he's, as he's explained, got this great ethnic background, and he's got a great appeal. He's done a lot of work, as he'll tell you, and if you're interested, in South Africa, in Poland, in Ukraine, etc. So he's an interesting person and a fantastic performer.
So Ivan, I'll come to you now. What do you think what you are going to bring to people to see in your music?
This performance,
Yes, yeah, this performance.
All my activity, all my life, because the stage and music, it's my life. Brian's told that South Africa, for example, 1 year ago I traveled to South Africa. I met kids, poor kids, unfortunately, and I recorded with these kids the song. And then this year, this summer, I brought these kids from South Africa to Poland, and we are together performed in front of the Pope, for the Pope, together sung this song. There is a music film on YouTube. It's a very beautiful film, video clip, because the landscapes or nature of South Africa is very, very beautiful. And what else? I recorded kind of song against the war between Ukraine and Russia, because my parents still live in Russia, but my aunts and my cousins live in Ukraine. I live in Poland, you know. It's very big conflict. I feel it because I live in Europe, you know, and I decided to record the politic song, the protest song against the war. It was very difficult decision, but I did it. It's my life. What else? I recorded a commercial, a couple of songs as well. Yeah.
So, do you have any kind of poetic exclusivity behind your songs, or you write them by yourself?
It depends. It depends. Yeah. Sometimes I write by myself. Sometimes somebody writes for me. Yeah.
It is said that the artists are usually inspired by the environment they are into, and the best way of connecting people is through art. So what's your take, Brian, on that?
I agree. I think that you know, people of all nationalities were up dancing and clapping to a Polish duo with an accordion on Sunday night, and you were one of them. And you know, that brought people together. And at the same time, people were sitting in awe of this Ukrainian opera singer singing in Latin, a famous opera, and the voice that just, you know, went and shook the rafters, and it was spectacular. And then this Aboriginal drummer, percussionist, just drumming on, I don't even know what that instrument was. It was the most amazing thing, giving out these incredible noises, and I think that brought people together. And you know it as well. You know, I was at an Adele concert. This is a sound like a stupid comment, but I was at an Adele concert at the Air Canada Centre last week, and she stopped. And you know how some people will get an artist to sing a line. She got people to sing a whole verse, and there were 20,000 females singing a whole verse. They knew her music so well. And it's beautiful singing with other people, and it's incredible singing in a choir. But when you're singing with 20,000 people that all know all the words, all the notes, there's nothing that brings us together more than music. Nothing in the world brings us together more than music. Everyone knew it.
So Maggie, I'll come to you again. I have seen your phenomenal photography. You are an excellent photographer. I always admire that you show that how much you care and passionate about what you do. So when you picked up to do this event, especially to since 2 years you're doing it, so did you have any passion for music as well, or you just took it as an artist challenge to do multitasking?
This is an extension of what I do every day. Art is, doesn't matter what form of art, art is art. Artists feel, we feel a lot. And so me being visual artist I'm strong with that, but I could never sing, so I so much appreciate singers. And to be able, because music is so powerful, it expresses so much. We don't need to understand the words to feel it. And it's like, it's in a way it's like photography, you know, when you capture an image, it stays with you forever. Music is the same. I remember when I was 15 years old, and I remember the song from that time. I could remember what I was wearing that day. That's how much it refreshes my memory, and that is music. Music is powerful, and so I support music, I support artists, and even him and I, we met at a concert in Canada, and when we started to talk, we felt the same thing. He comes from a small village in Siberia. I come from a small village in Poland. I left Poland at the time when he came to Poland. He loved my country, while I didn't at the time. It's a long story. But then we connected some 25 years later, and now we say, it doesn't matter where we come from, what experiences we have. It's now the presence that matters. So we celebrate the moment, and it is through music, through our experiences, that we're not so fortunate. He came with nothing, without the language, having nothing in his pocket, to a different country, and he made it big, famous, you know, in music. I came to Canada. Any beginnings are extremely humble, but for me, I was passionate about what I did, and the passion helped me to bring me to where I am today. So through music, because music is so powerful, and photography, because that's what I do every day, I want everybody to feel the same thing, that regardless where you come from, what you believe, you can come together, celebrate, and make this world a better place.
Brian, I'll come to you. Let's talk about the upcoming musical event, which is going to be with Ivan. So our viewers would like to know the details. That is there any tickets, or who should they contact? Is there any website, or what are the plans?
November the 3rd, Thursday, November the 3rd is going to be our encore Colors of Love encore performance. And what you should do is go to colorsoflove.ca. So that's Colors of Love, www.colorsoflove.ca, and tickets will be available then. And it's going to be a wonderful performance with Ivan playing, and he's going to have, I think, some fantastic music, and I think he's going to have some video of some of the trips that he's done in South Africa, etc. That's going to be playing in the background, so it's going to be a multimedia event. And we haven't figured out the exact ticket prices, but they'll probably be between $50 and $100, and it's going to be a wonderful party. Colors Love encore performance on November the 3rd. Go to colorsoflove.ca.
So is there any telephone number people should contact for getting the tickets for the concert?
From the website.
From the website.
Yes.
So they can go to the website,
Yes,
and they can be...
all the information is.
Thank you very much. Wish you very good luck. Your cause is huge. It is needed because we are living in a very complex society. So thank you very much for being with us today in the studio.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Viewers, art and culture, they are very much together. Through art we create culture, and through culture we come together to each other, to embrace each other. Food and music, they are the natural experiences. Everybody is hungry, they like to eat. So we can come together on a table to eat together. Similarly, when we are happy, it's a natural expression that we make a sound and we start dancing. These are the natural moments we share together around the world without any discrimination. So let's make a plan to come together and experience how we all express our joys differently, but at the same time together with a similar expression of ours, because we are all binded in a bigger community, which is humanitarian community. With these words, thank you for watching my show.
#1 multicultural channel. This is TAG TV.